If you're watching this video right now, you're lucky because you're about to learn a way that you can make a guaranteed $1.5 to $4,000 per week by sports betting. And when I say sports betting, I'm not talking about gambling. I'm talking about guaranteed profits here. This is a math system, so we're only using numbers and numbers only. We're only going based off of the numbers and going based off of the odds. So we're not looking at different metrics like sports injuries or any of that sort of nonsense that you have to track like team play. I don't know. I don't watch sports at all. I don't care about sports. I've never watched a full sports game in my life. So I don't know anything about sports, but I'm making $1.5 to $4,000 per week by doing this math system. And before I started doing this too, I had zero sports betting experience at all. I didn't know anything about sports. I wasn't interested at all. I wasn't interested in gambling. I work hard for my money, so I'm not gonna go ahead and gamble that away. But this system that I'm about to teach you, this guarantees that you're making the money and you're not losing anything. You're not risking anything. Traditional sports bettors, what they do is they risk a lot to gain a lot. So that's why they make a lot of money, because they're risking a lot of money. But what happens when they lose it? They're making a lot of money, but how much money are they actually losing? And yes, I know this probably does sound too good to be true, but the thing is though, is that this is a loophole kind. I don't even know if it's a loophole or not. This is some sort of loophole that the sports betting apps, I don't know if they know about this or not, but this is something that everyone should be taking advantage of right now. And the thing is that I've been trying to gatekeep this for a while now, but I know this is gonna get so big just because the nature of how this works. This is gonna spread like wildfire soon. I've already taught a lot of people how to do this, and they're making a lot of profit off of this every single week. Since this is a math system, that means that this is reproducible. So anyone can do this. You watching this right now, if you've never sports bet in your life, you can do this. And like what I said, this does sound too good to be true. But no, it's not. I literally recorded a full live demonstration of me using this exact system to make $3,600 in 1 week. I'll tell you where you can watch that later, but anyways, this actually works. This is literally one of the best ways I've seen to make money right now. So if you're not taking advantage of this, then I kind of feel bad for you. But anyways, I'm gonna show you how this system works. We'll go onto my laptop. All right, guys, before I show you how this works, first I'm gonna show you that this actually does work. So I have this little community here showing people exactly how to do this. And as you can see, James here made $2,970 profit. Cheyenne made $1,000 profit. Michael made $3,216 profit, and it took him about a week and a half to do. This is the real deal. This is real stuff. This actually works. But anyways, let's get into this. How does this work? So different betting apps have different sign-up bonuses. So for example, Bet365 has a $1,000 bonus, FanDuel has a $1,000 bonus, Bet99 has a $500 bonus. And there are plenty of different apps that have these sign-up bonuses. Almost every sports betting app you can think of has some sort of sign-up bonus, and the reason for that is because that's how they differentiate themselves from the competition. That's how they get attention. That's how they get people to join their platforms, with these sign-up bonuses. And these sign-up bonuses are usually pretty big because the bigger the number, the more attractive it will be. But anyways, there are different types of bonuses, but right now I'm just gonna talk about one bonus, the deposit match bonus. So what is a deposit match bonus? A deposit match bonus is when you deposit a certain amount of money into an app, and then they give you an additional amount to bet with based off of the amount that you deposited. So for example, let's say Bet365 has a $500 deposit match bonus. You deposit $500, and then they give you an additional $500 to bet with, giving you a total of $1,000 in your account. Now, the thing is, you can't just take that $500 bonus that they give you and then withdraw that back into your bank account. You have to bet with it first, and then the profit that you get from that, you're now able to withdraw that into your bank account. Now, the thing is, a lot of people would just take that $500 bonus credit that they get, and then they would just gamble it away. They would just bet it on the Raptors or whatever, bet it on whatever team they think is going to win, and then gamble that away. But that's not what we do. What we do is we use this system to guarantee that we keep these sign-up bonuses, and this is how it works. So let's say Bet365 has a $500 deposit match bonus. What you do is you deposit $500, and then you receive that $500 bonus. So now you have a total of $1,000 in your account, $500 being your money, $500 being the bonus money. Now, what you do is you deposit $500 into a separate app, a completely separate app. So we'll use Bet99 in this case. Now, let's say the Toronto Raptors and Miami Heat are playing tonight. What you would do is you would take that $500 bonus, and then you would place it on the Raptors to win. Then what you would do is you would go on the other betting platform and then place it on the opposite side, the Miami Heat. So what we're doing here is we're betting on a two-side game. We're betting on a coin toss. We're betting on heads or tails. We're betting on a two-outcome game. So no matter who wins or loses, we're still making something no matter what. So let's say the Raptors were to win. That would give us $1,000. So that means that we're winning $500, but we're leaving with the winnings and the original stake. So if Raptors win, we win $1,000. And then if Miami Heat wins, then we win $1,000, or we're leaving with $1,000. So now let's see what would happen if either side were to win. Let's say Bet365 were to win. If Bet365 were to win, what would happen is this would get deleted because this side ended up losing. And then this would turn into real cash. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste that right here. And I'm going to duplicate it. And since you're leaving with $1,000, you now leave with $1,000. So what just happened there? You started off with $1,000. You started off by depositing $1,000, 500 here, 500 here, but you're leaving with $1,500. Now, okay, you're starting to catch on now. Now, let's see what would happen if the other side were to win. Let's see what would happen if Miami Heat were to win. If this side were to win, if Bet99 were to win, this is what would happen. This would get deleted because this side ends up losing. And then since we're leaving with $1,000, we would duplicate this because we left with $1,000. This side would have $1,000 and this side would have $500. Now we're fully able to withdraw this money into our bank accounts. We've started off with $1,000, but we left with $1,500. We just made $500 there. And this is exactly how I make $1,500 to $4,000 per week. Now you're starting to see the potential in this. This actually works. This is a real thing. I do this every single week. Now, the thing is though, is that this is not that simple. And the reason it's not that simple is because there's so many different factors that come into play when placing these bets. There are different things like different teams have different odds. So for example, if I were to place this $500 here, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to win $1,000. The odds are going to be different on the other side. So I could place $500 here and then maybe I'll win like $1,700, and this side I'll only win like $10 or something like that. So there are different odds that come into play that you need to watch out for. There are also things like odd restrictions, wagering requirements, so many different things. I've seen so many people get excited about this concept and then they go ahead and try this themselves without having any education on this, and they just go ahead and mess this up. Just completely mess it up because they didn't have any education on this. When I first started doing this, I didn't know what I was doing. So I had to optimize the system myself after time and time again of doing this to know exactly what I was doing. Now, you can do this with yourself with all the different apps and all the different accounts yourself. But the thing is, though, is that since it's a sign-up bonus, you only get the bonus when you sign up. So what do? We start doing this with other people. We ask our brother, we ask our friend. We start doing this with other people, show them how to do it, and then we take a cut of the profit. We split the profit. And that's exactly how I make $1,500 to $4,000 per week by doing this. This is a real thing that really works. And these are people in my community right now that are doing this and making serious profit off of this. For example, Sean here, he made back the amount of money that he paid for this course on his very first day. This is a serious thing. This actually works. Now, if you want to learn exactly how to do this, I have this community showing people exactly how I do this every single week. I literally record a full live demonstration of me making $3,600 in 1 week by using this system. I literally screen recorded my phone as I was placing the bets and showed everyone exactly how to do this. I also have different math videos explaining the exact different formulas that I use for different bonuses, and I break everything down from A to Z, how you could do this and how you could scale this into business and how to navigate this properly, the do's and don'ts and everything. This is super important. I wish I had something like this when I first started. A lot of people try doing this themselves and then they mess it up. They completely mess it up. I wish I had something like this. I wish I had something this cheap. Right now, it's just $300. $250 for the course and then $50 to join the community. This is stupidly cheap. This is stupid cheap, and this is why the price is going to go up significantly as more members join. As more members join, this is going to go up like crazy. I wouldn't be surprised if this course reaches over $1,000. And the reason why is because this has a 100% success rate. Every single person that I've taught this to has made profit, like the profit I showed you that these guys are making this community. Like, people are making serious profit off of this, and this has a 100% success rate. So this is why the price is going to go up significantly. The only reason why it's so cheap right now is because there's not a lot of members in the community, and I just started it up. If you join this community, literally what you're doing is you're paying $300 to make $1,500 to $4,000 per week. Like, you're paying that much money to make that much money. Literally, this has a 100% success rate. This is one of those online guru courses where you buy it and then if you grind hard enough, then you're gonna make money. No, this is 100% guaranteed. But anyways, guys, if you want to lock in this price right now before it goes up, click the link in the description and you'll get access to this community. All right, guys, later.